What's up, party rockers in the house tonight? Welcome to the first episode of Becoming a Mangaka. Air horns or something. um, yeah, I have decided to make yet another series. I don't like drawing. Well, I like drawing, but I don't like feeling like I have to draw. So I'm making a series to force myself to draw, I guess. But the first episode is easy drawing, 9 minutes a day. Or for a while I was doing less than 9 minutes a day. It was like 7.5. This is we're doing just a drawing, a minute and a half for 5 to 6 drawings every day, and it's easy. It doesn't even feel like you're doing anything. Like it just goes by. It's amazing, and I'm gonna keep doing that for ever. I don't know. But the whole point of this is to record my progress, my art progress, over the course of the next few years while I work on Mage, my full-on manga series. I'm going to be trying to do manga contests as well as trying to put out 1 to 2 short comics of the Mage spin-off series before Mage. So be on the lookout for those. And eventually I'll just, once I get enough, I'll just compile them all into its own, volume. But yeah, the whole point of this first episode is to get consistent with drawing and doing gesture drawing, which will help just always, because the faster you can draw, the better. I'm using ink, so I don't have to feel like, oh, I messed that up. You have, it's permanent. You can't erase, you can't do anything like that. So that forces you to get better using pen. I still like to use pencil for my normal drawings to sketch out, because obviously you're going to want to take more time with that. But overall, if you're doing this, you're going to get faster at drawing your overall drawing and drawing your sketches, which I've noticed. I can definitely draw a lot faster and a lot more accurately now in terms of proportion size. Even if you're looking at this compared to what I'm doing in week 2 and 3, it is much different. I'm actually able to block the characters out better and get their movement down better than what I'm doing here. Here I'm kind of just tracing the outline, I feel, over actually doing the form and getting all the placement of the pieces. So in week 3, you'll see I have the torso blocked out, and then I have the hips blocked out, and then I have the arms and the legs blocked out. This I was drawing in clothes. I don't really need to draw in clothes or anything right now. That comes after the initial sketch in my drawing progress. There's a head for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, see, I was drawing clothes on that guy. I don't really need to draw clothes. I don't need to learn how to draw clothes right now. That doesn't help with form and structure. That's really going to benefit my art right now. Animals. I need to learn how to draw animals. That'll be its own episode, I think. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to talk about right now. I'm trying to post these daily drawing things onto the stories every day to keep me kind of accountable as well. But yeah, enjoy the rest of this video. Gonna have some time lapse and then some more yapping.
is it for the this day 8. So we got a mountain. You can kind of tell it's a mountain. I'm kind of running out. I need to buy new markers. All of these are running out because I use them a lot. Little hill. I can't really tell that it kind of like curves in and comes down like that. But again, not bad. And then this was like a little house. Perspective wise, not good. I don't have a whole lot of space. Everything's kind of like compressed. But I think values wise, I think it's okay. I don't draw a whole lot of landscapey stuff, and for doing it in 5 minutes, I'd say I do a pretty good job. But week 1 complete. I'll see you guys for week 2.
Alright, here is the sketches for week 2. Sped up. Did some animals, which don't look too bad, honestly. I'm pretty happy with how those turn out. Look at that dog. Did some perspective stuff, foreshadowing. But did some hands again. I hate hands. More perspective stuff. A plane, bison. That one didn't turn out great. I don't know how to draw that. Nope. Yeah, overall not looking too bad. Not the best, not the worst. Still not really blocking things out too much. Still just kind of sketching over everything. Alright. The last week of the first episode of becoming a mangaka went through one sketchbook already. And this is the last one. I don't know if I remember if I showed parts of this, but we're gonna go through this. You can definitely tell I got better and faster. I think, like, especially with these poses, with the crazy perspective, it definitely got better at that. I try to add new poses in every day, or take a few poses out, so then I can keep, like, some rotation in there. Like this one is a hard pose, but I did get better at that. I have hands in there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't want to draw hands. But yeah, definitely a really good exercise. I can definitely tell I have improved a little bit with speed and just getting poses down. Like that doesn't look too bad. This was an interesting pose. I haven't drawn that before. That was bad. I don't like that. This was just something I made up because, again, hands. Why are they in there? I don't want to draw hands. Got to 19 days, I believe this is what this is. So ended up missing a few days. Most of those days were full pieces, so they weren't all wasted. I actually drew most days over the 3 weeks or whatever this has been, or almost 3 weeks. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. Next episode of Becoming a Mangaka will be focused on this book, How to Draw. Um, going to be focusing on perspective and just mainly I'm going to draw a bunch of cubes. But very excited to get into this book. It's very interesting. I really need to learn perspective for my backgrounds because that's going to be pretty important later on. And guess what? I don't draw backgrounds right now. So, but like this goes through everything. I don't really need to know about using pens and paper. I already have pens and paper. I am good on pens and paper. But like lines, boxes, and perspective, which will be like probably 2 to 3 weeks, honestly. Or on all the weeks will be boxes for sure. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you at the beginning of next month for episode 2. Peace.